Hello and welcome to episode 50 of the Vessel and Boys podcast. I'm your host, Kim Charlson. And in today's episode, it's a very special anniversary episode of 1 year of recording this podcast. So let's get into it. It's been a whole year since we started this podcast. And honestly, it is amazing and feels like I've been doing this simultaneously forever and also very, very brief window of time. First off, thank you so much for listening to this podcast. We would not keep doing this if you weren't here listening with us and going along for the journey with me, because in every way, as I channel these messages, I am receiving them only a brief window of time before you. So we are on this together. I have gotten a lot of comments and a lot of feedback about how brave of a person I am to do this publicly. And what I want you to know is that for me, this does not feel like bravery. It is something that comes to me very naturally, and that it is more just about making time for it. There are things like that in your life as well that don't really require you to be super brave. It's more of, okay, this feels natural to me and I need to do this for myself. Yes, I am really delighted that you all listen to this, engage with us, leave comments, send us messages. But as well, there is a part of me inside that just has to show up and do this work. And I know that there's something for you that is also very similar to that. And maybe you're a little bit scared, but once you actually start to get that momentum to show up to that thing, it gets easier. It becomes just a natural part of your life, of who you are, how you express yourself. But more importantly, as you do that, you are coming into the authenticity of your energy. And that is something that I have noticed a lot when I go back and watch the content that I created a year ago, the things that I recorded with Monty a year ago, both within the membership that we had at that time period, as well as this podcast. I started those right around the same time. And the channeling that I did then is so different than the channeling that I'm doing now. But also as an individual, I'm also showing up very differently by allowing myself to come into that authenticity, to allow myself to have these routines that really are an expression of my own energy. And allowing myself to do this, it has allowed that energy to really shine more. And if you watch the video podcast, you may have noticed I am now wearing my hair curly. I am still learning how to do this, but that's the kind of things that are small changes in my day-to-day life that I know are because of showing up to this podcast, showing up to my authentic energy. I'm still learning how to do my hair. It is a fluffy, frizzy mess most of the time, but I love it. And it is something that years ago, when I would deal with my hair and what I looked like, I thought I had pin straight hair. I would try to make sure it was smooth all the time. It had to be very, very controlled. And as you can see, the more that I've come into my authenticity, is a lot more of allowing myself to be the version of myself publicly that I already am. I think that's the biggest reflection that I have, is that this has changed me. This has changed my energy and how I show up in the world. And that by doing something that in the beginning was hard, I'm not going to say that it wasn't, difficult to sit down and record and figure out the logistics and the setup and find the time for it and all of that. But now that I'm kind of in that rhythm, it's then allowed other energies within me to begin to blossom. And as part of that blossoming, it's allowed me to really share this energy with the world in a greater way. And I know that you have that thing too. So use this as encouragement in this moment of, there's that thing you really, really want to do. Make time for it. It is well worth the effort. So now let's hear from Monty on their reflections about how the podcast has really worked with them and what they would like you to know as a listener. Let's hear from them. Whether you have been listening to this podcast from the beginning, have gone back to listen to select episodes, or have just joined us, we want to send you the deepest gratitude for your presence in this work, because what we want you to know is that just by listening to this content, this energy that is coming forth in this content, You are allowing your energy to be changed passively by consuming this energy that we are projecting outwards to you through this channeling. You are allowing this energy to be absorbed by your system, to allow yourself to be reminded of the energy that you truly are. When we come into this channeling with Kimberly, we strive to allow this energy to radiate out in our work. This is her goal, and what she is doing is to not interfere with the energy that we are bringing forth. Now, it is important to understand, as we have previously talked about, that external energy should not dictate your way of being. So it is not our intention to change your energy, but rather to remind you of the energy that you are, to allow yourself to have those realizations, both logically as well as the ones that do not make sense, and yet you notice that you are changed because of it. What we endeavor in our work and what we do is to allow your energy to return to its own natural base of being. And as part of listening to this podcast, you are engaging in that endeavor. And so we thank you for doing this work with us, acknowledging your role that you have played. We share deep gratitude and love for you who are participating. We understand that as you are reminding yourself of who you truly get to be in this life, in this time and place, that you are creating a ripple effect, that as your energy radiates out of your authenticity, that allows others to be brave to see their own authenticity. So, reflect. What has changed in yourself as you have listened to this podcast, whether it is just one episode or many? Notice how your energy has changed and moved, and allow yourself to reflect on this, because this will reveal who you are truly meant to be, who you are truly desiring to be, and the progress you have made. Now, if things have been difficult and questions have come up that you do not understand as you listen to these episodes, we commend you. Your energy is exploring. It is allowing itself to understand new things that it has not yet encountered, or readjusting expectations that you have had because of society and the world in which you have come to. As you experience these questions, these misunderstandings, these frustrations, give yourself grace, give yourself time. You do not need to engage with everything, only the things that you find helpful. Even the things that may be difficult can also be helpful, as you well know. And so we are very grateful for the times that you allow yourself to unravel these complex ideas, these complex energies, and to give yourself the space, gratitude, and time, because that is often what is required. We thank you with the deepest gratitude for being here. We hope to continue with you to provide this, but know that even if you decide this podcast no longer serves you, you will receive the information and energy that you require. We send you the deepest gratitude and great love. That is all. Above all else, Monty and I both want to say with the deepest, deepest gratitude, thank you so much for listening with us. And I wholeheartedly agree that I can see in the close friends that I have that message me, or the clients that I have that message me about listening to the podcast and how it has helped them. This is so much your work, just as it is mine and Monty's. Yes, we're the ones showing up and publishing it, but you're the ones listening to it. You're the ones that are allowing that energy to come through, to flow through you, to then have that reminder of your own inner authenticity, to help you work through those energetic blocks that maybe you're experiencing in your life. And there always seems to be a very beautiful synchronicity, I've noticed, between what the collective is going through and what Monty has planned for the various episodes, to the point of that when we had to take a small break because of health issues in December that were unexpected, the episode that we had recorded about relationships would have aired in the beginning of January, really. And things got rearranged, things worked differently. And then, sure enough, after I recorded my part, I knew that it was going to be for the week of Valentine's Day and be a very thematic episode. Things like that seem to happen, as well as I've noticed that, you know, friends and clients that listen to the podcast say, I'm going through this. Do you have any resources? And then that day the podcast goes live and it is exactly what they need at that time. And it just amazes me, honestly. I will never cease to be amazed at the synchronicities and the surprising ways that channeling unfolds, that it's always just honestly somewhat shocking sometimes. And I don't think I'll ever get used to it. So, again, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you all for your support. We both really appreciate it. And I hope that you continue to listen for a long time to come. Please send us your questions, your episodes that you'd love to hear Monty comment on, or different topics. This podcast really is for you. So please reach out, let us know, and we would be happy to answer any questions you have. We send you the deepest gratitude and deepest love. We'll see you in the next one.